TV advertising had its sharpest fall this year since the recession. That's awful. Although overall ad revenue climbed for the 10th consecutive year, it was due to digital sales growth. That's according to a report released yesterday from Magna Global. Join us now to talk about the health of advertising. Nigel Vaz, CEO at Publicis Sapient and the president-elect of the Institute of Practitioners in Advertising. The total pie is still growing. It's just how you're cutting the pie and how you distribute it. And if you want to do certain things, TV is still the place. It's just that there are other things you can do that are growing more quickly.
Absolutely. And I think what you're starting to see is the connection between just this broadcast communication from brands to consumers to how these consumers are actually starting to experience the brand, start to interact with the brand. And that connects much closely with digital communication. So I think advertising per se as an industry is starting to actually re-examine its core purpose. Its core purpose used to be to make somebody aware of a brand and build that emotional narrative storytelling with the familiar jingle that made you remember the brand. And now they're starting to say, well, you know, we got to do more than make the promise. We've got to actually deliver the promise. And so Publicis Sapient, the part of Publicis that I represent, really focuses on that second piece. How do you actually make somebody's experience of a brand count more than simply what the brand is saying about itself?
Are we getting more narrow with TV advertising? I'm back to TV again.
Sure.
Can you find the right distribution pipe, like the right channel to make it narrow it, or do you go to the Super Bowl to launch a new product to everybody?
I think you have to take a mix of strategies if you're trying to hit the audience. So the Super Bowl is great because you got a live audience tuning in across a broad spectrum of people. But then you're starting to get narrow casting, starting to identify those people with the right data and the right context to try and get that message in front of them. And addressable TV is starting to do that, but also TV advertising today is watched more on YouTube than it is on TV. So I think when people talk about advertising, it's really interesting to start to ask the question about whether YouTube is any different than a typical TV channel.
So Facebook and Google. Those are the places at this point, right? That's where all this digital advertising goes. And then you can target it exactly. Facebook's never going to give up on political advertising, will they?
Well, I think, you know, for them it started probably as a free speech issue at some point, right? But they also right now are where a lot of the political discourse is happening. Although online advertising, actually Amazon has taken a big bite out of the Facebook and Google play in terms of people starting to recognize that a lot of people who are shopping for stuff are actually starting their searches on Amazon today as opposed to Facebook and Google. So, you know, you actually now have another player that's got a big meaningful piece of the action.
All right, but advertising growing at what point in terms of still growing across all platforms?
Well, absolutely growing significantly across the digital platform.
Okay.